Good morning reception and welcome to Tuesday's Maths. So yesterday we started our learning on grouping and sharing. I really hope that you understood how to share equally and how to put objects into groups. But if you're not quite sure, then we've got another day of grouping and sharing today. So hopefully by the end of today's math lesson, you will be experts. So we're going to move on to page 21 today. Another day of grouping and sharing. As you can see, we've got our penguins at the top. Now we've got some shapes to group at the bottom there. So just like yesterday, I'm going to show you some examples on the board just to help you understand a little bit more, and then hopefully you can move on to the book and do the learning by yourself. So my board says, share the fish between the penguins. So I need to make sure that the penguins have got the same amount of fish each, otherwise one of the penguins will not be happy with the other. So let's practice how we've been doing it this week and last week. One for you, 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 and one for you. Have I done that right, reception? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I did something wrong there. I think this penguin's going to be a little bit sad. He's not got as many fish as this penguin. Let's try again. Take them back. And it's fine if you make mistakes. This is what you can do. You can start again. And you can really carefully think about where you're putting your objects and where you're putting your fish today. Okay, so one for you, and one for you, one for the top, one for the bottom, one for the top, one for the bottom, one for the top, and of course this one now needs to go onto the bottom, one for the bottom. Let's check, have they got the right amount now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's better. I'm sure they'll be much happier now they've got the right amount each. Okay, so when you've had a little go of your penguins, I'd like you to move on to the bottom part. And the bottom asks you to circle all the groups of 2 for the shapes that you can see there. So we need to put a really careful circle around 2 of the shapes, and then we can see how many groups of 2 there are altogether. So I can see 1, 2 circles there, and another 1, 2 circles there. So I can see, how many circles have I drawn? 1, 2. So there are 2 groups of 2. Okay, 2 groups of 2. Let's move on to the squares. So carefully finding 2 squares. There's 2. There's another 2. There's another 2. And there's another 2. So how many groups did I find that time? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time I've got 4 groups of 2. Okay, last one. We're going to move on to triangles this time. How many groups of 2 can we see here? 1, 2, 2 there, and 2 there. How many groups did I find that time? 1, 2, 3. So 3 groups of 2. Okay, so that's exactly what you're going to do in your books today. We're going to have a go at sharing some fish between some penguins, and we're going to have a go at grouping the shapes into groups of 2. So hopefully that's really helped you understand how to do it. Have a go at doing it by yourselves in your books today. See how clever you are at grouping and sharing. Good luck with today's work and let me know how you get on.